So we're now going to set the vehicle up ready to use it. So outside, like I've shown you, we're going to put our power cable in. That's in and connected. We've got a full tank of fresh water and we've got our gas bottle on, switched on, ready to use. Now we need to come in and start waking the vehicle up. And just in, on the right hand side, we've got two control panels that we need to deal with. First of all, we're going to deal with the top one. As you can see on the right hand side, there's 4 buttons, and we're going to deal with those 4 buttons first. On the top left is our master switch. Put that on, it automatically internally puts the lights on. If we don't want them on, we can then switch them off, but it automatically puts them on. I showed you your outside light, which is that one there. The outside light is now on. Last but not least, we want to put our pump on, ready to use the water in the taps. That's now, the pump is active. As soon as we go to any tap, it'll work. On the left hand side, there's 2 more buttons and an indication, and it's just for indication. The left hand one, a picture of a battery. If we're wild camping, will show you the state of your leisure battery. As you can see there, it's fully charged, happy days. The other one, very good of a night time, it will show you how much fresh water you've got left in your container. Have you got enough to see you through the night, or do you need to fill up? And again, press it and it will give you an indication of how much you've got in there. As you can see on the demonstration, we've only filled it half full just to demonstrate the water. Before we go into this one and start putting our hot water on, what we need to do now is prime our tap. We've got our master switch on, we've got our pump on, we go to the tap and we put our hot water tap on. To begin with, it wouldn't do this. It would spit, sputter, get water everywhere, and it's drawing all the air out of the system and filling up your hot water container with cold water. If we don't do this, imagine a kettle with an element in the bottom of the kettle. You're going to put that heater on or that kettle on with no water inside it, you're going to burn it out. So you always need to do this before you put your hot water on. Back to the controls. Now we're going to deal with the whale system. And as you can see on the top one, it says our whale heating. Press it to illuminate it, and there's a number of settings you can have it on. The first one is a picture of a snowflake. This is a frost-free setting and just takes the edges off the pipes. Press it again and it will move along. 1 squiggly line, 1 kilowatt of electric. 2 squiggly lines, 2 kilowatts of electric. Picture of a gas symbol, only gas on its own. So in the middle of a field, if you've got no electric, you've still got hot water. 1 squiggly line and a gas symbol, 1 kilowatt of electric and a bit of gas if need be. I'll talk about it a little bit more in 2 seconds. And last but not least, 2 kilowatts of electric and a bit of gas if need be. If you're on a campsite, use an electric. The best one to leave it on is the dual. Why? It'll get it where it needs to be quicker because it's using both of them. After that, it will only use electric. However, while you're on holiday, you're not going to stay in the campsite all day. You're going to go out and enjoy yourself. So imagine you're out and enjoying yourself and the weather turns very bad, cold, wet, raining. You want to come back to a motorhome that's got nice hot water and central heating. Paint the scenario now, the campsite itself has had a power cut on electric. If you're just using electric, you've lost it. Because you're on the dual, it will use both of them, like I said, to get it where it needs to be quicker. Then it will use electric. However, as and when there's a power cut, because it's on the dual, it will automatically jump over onto the gas, keep it where it needs to be. When the gas comes back on, or the electric comes back on, it comes back over and stops using the gas. Same scenario underneath for your heating. 1 squiggly line, 1 kilowatt of electric. 2 squiggly lines, 2 kilowatts. Because it's heating, you can go up to 3 kilowatts. Just gas on its own and a field while camping, or again the dual, exactly the same as the top. And for the reason that I've talked about, I'd use the dual one again for the same reasons. However, the heating, we want to be able to turn this up and down as well to regulate the heating that we want inside. On the right hand side, we've got our minus and plus. Again, on the left hand side, a picture of a snowflake. It's a frost-free setting. Press the plus button to the moon. It's a nighttime setting, so a little bit warmer, but not noisy. And then depending how warm you want it in the motorhome, you go over to the right hand side. At the end of the holiday, again, you would turn it all the way down. press it so it's nothing showing, press it so it's nothing showing, that is then switched off. On the top one, you would then switch your outside light off, you would switch your pump off, you would switch your lights off, and last but not least, you would switch your master switch off. And as you can see, everything in the motorhome is now off.